Well, bam. Okay, I was wrong about there not being any telebomb segments in this game. I'd forgotten about this little part. It's pretty small, after all. Oops. Yeah, I should keep the zero knuckle on through this whole mission, because pulling out these chips is necessary throughout, and really, the blaster is just not any good anymore. Never been much of a fan of the blaster, except as kind of a backup, especially in boss fights. Not usually a fan of the extra weapons, but the zero knuckle just has so many uses, and they're good uses too. It's not like, oh great, I have to charge this weird thing so that it can push this box, or oh no, I have to use this as a grappling hook with ridiculous timing and aim and all that other stuff that makes life difficult. I'm just gonna ignore all these enemies because I don't really feel like fighting them. Like how when you go in through the door, they all just instantly die for no apparent reason. There's really no explanation for that. It's like, oh, guess we couldn't stop you from going through the door. Our whole life's purpose has failed. I'm suiciding. Guess. About the only explanation I have, because really, there's pretty much no other reason. I mean, if you can think of a reason, by all means, comment, but do. Two more these annoying little areas to go. I have to say this is probably my least favorite level in any of the games. That might be a little exaggerated. I'm sure there's a level somewhere that I like worse than this, but oh yeah, I can think of it now. The one with the library in the third game. That was just annoying, with it being just a giant puzzle. There are probably other levels too, actually, but definitely my least favorite in this game, and probably even the top 5 worst levels in any Megaman Zero game. Why did the water surface turn all weird colored? Well, everything is suddenly turned bright, actually. It's all white and stuff. Oops. Landed on that door and opened automatically. And yeah, everything seems brightly colored for some reason. And then it stopped. Good. Anyway, yeah. I wonder if I could say it's one of the worst levels in any game ever, but that would be probably a ridiculous conclusion. Even among the worst levels in any game I played, though, would probably be too much, because I'd have to factor in all kinds of stuff, like it's difficult not to be like, oh, I don't like the gameplay in general, so obviously none of the levels in this one game are any good. And they all somehow made this list. There's probably a game like that, so I can't really make a top 5 worst levels in a game ever. And honestly, I think it would be pretty pointless to try. Okay, it's stupid slow. Ha 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 ha. Basically, I just have to follow it and then see where it opens up and hit it. Otherwise, it lasers me like that. There we go. It's on ground level now. It's easier to deal with. This boss is pretty annoying too. I can't really see its health meter over the ridiculous weirdness of this place. Ugh. So I like the fact that this level is... Oh wait, no. Is it? This is the area where it's like, lols, you are basically in the internet. No, it's not. We're just opening that level up. So the next level is basically what I just described. You are inside the internet. It's gonna be great. But not really, because there won't be like trolls and lulls and motivational posters plastered dirt all over the walls and dramatic blogs and social networking statuses just being depressing everywhere. And fans of really horrible crap walking all over. On second thought, I think that next level is probably better than actually being inside the real internet. At least the real internet, you are outside, and therefore you can selectively choose what part of it you want to view. And if you're lucky, like me, you get the privilege of getting what you want out of the internet without a lot of the crappy stuff. I know a lot of people probably, you know, if you want to talk to all your friends on the internet, you have to be with them in a group with some people maybe you don't like as much. Me, I've been with the same group of people long enough so that it's like, we know who's crappy and who we don't like, and we've basically just walled ourselves off from them. And that doesn't mean we've walled ourselves off from everyone, and on the contrary, we've just recently added a new member to it. Basically, this is the area where it's like, you are in, I guess you're supposed to be inside a circuit connection, and visuals are artificially imposed so you can see where you're going. This is, oh, it's a teleporter circuit. That makes sense. Basically, you're trying to get to a certain point so that you can make a connection with a real-world teleportation destination. Other than that, we're inside the internet, dudes. Crazy stuff. It doesn't look like the Matrix, but some enemies are really annoying. I don't see how they think the little helmet guys are so threatening, nor are these cannons. Well, if you don't see them, they are, but there we go. I guess it's a lot like the other games, though. Basically, they just give you freebie, easy enemies so that you can just kind of treat it as a warm-up for the boss rush, which I believe the boss rush segment is coming up in a little while. In this game, the whole boss rush, all 8 of them, that sucked. They all come from the same room. That is, there's one large room from which you can take your pick from all 8 bosses. Of course, there isn't really much picking involved, as you don't really know necessarily which one you're going to fight next, but you know, pickiness. Oops. Crushed myself against that ceiling. Way to go, me. A second retarded death. Why do my retarded deaths always come in, like, 2 in a row? It's always 2. Oh well. Guess 3rd time's the charm, right? Of course, this would be the 3rd time that has happened as well, so maybe in this case, 3rd time's the charm of it being the last time or something. I don't know, it was kind of a weak statement on my part just now. And when I say on my part, who else would have made a statement, actually? Maybe you made a statement to me that I'm not hearing yet. Because by the time you watch this, I mean, it's going to be quite a bit after the time that I record this. Okay, I need the Buster to get some range. But yeah. Because yeah, since I'm recording like the entirety of Megaman 04 in a single day, and oops, what the heck did I do that for?